Hello students. Today I am going to take up analytical paragraph which comes under section B. This academic year, story writing has been replaced by analytical paragraph. Now let us discuss what is an analytical paragraph. So analytical paragraph is a form of descriptive writing which is written on the basis of a given chart, graph, data, outline, table, etc. Then it requires an analysis and comparison of the given facts and drawing conclusion based on the given data. So, in short, it is analyzing, comparing, and then writing a summary. Now, what are the features of an analytical paragraph? So, it describes the given chart, table, data, graph, cues, etc. Then it should be brief and comprehensive and at the same time include complete information. Then it should state the facts that are provided and the language used should be simple and accurate. It should also mention the figures and the quantities appropriately and should not provide any personal observation or response. Then, when we talk about the tense, it is appropriate to use the same tense throughout the analytical paragraph, and it would be preferable to use the passive form of the verb. Now, next is the format of an analytical paragraph. So, the content of the paragraph must include the following. First, introduction, which is to be explained in one or two lines the context and what is clearly evident from the chart or graph. The second paragraph is the main body of the paragraph, which explains in detail the figure and trends, making comparisons and contrasts. And the third paragraph is the conclusion, which gives the overall view or summary of the chart or graph. Now, points to remember while writing an analytical paragraph. So, the very first thing that you have to remember is we should not include our personal observation or responses. Then we have to stick to the facts given and should very wisely include and organize the information well and state the facts and summarize it properly. For introduction, when we write the first paragraph, we can use the following phrases such as the chart given above describes or the pie chart illustrates, or we can also start by using the given table suggests. Next is the body of the paragraph. So, for that, we should organize the information well and may use the following phrases. For describing the pattern of growth, we can use the words or phrases like rapidly doubled, leveled off, dropped down, starting to rise, starting to fall, etc. Then, while mentioning quantities, we can use the phrases such as nearly one fourth of, twice as much, almost equal, approximately, etc. Then, for establishing relationship or contrast, we can use the words or phrases such as similarly or in contrast with, or we can use the words like whereas or the phrase in comparison to. Then, towards the end, in the concluding paragraph, we can make use of the following phrases such as in short, in a nutshell, therefore, subsequently, etc. Some common expression for time are over the next 6 days, 5 days later, in the following week, the next 2 days, over the period, at the beginning of the period, or at the end of the period. Now, how to attempt a question based on analytical paragraph? So, for that, the very first thing is to read the question and understand what it states. So, what can you gather from the question and the adjoining chart? Then go through the data, which may be in any form of graph, chart, or table, and try to interpret and analyze it. Figure out the comparisons and similarities that can be drawn out of it. Then, on the basis of your understanding, comprehend, and write the information that you have understood from the given chart, graph, or any visual input. Let's go through one example of analytical paragraph. The pie chart below illustrates how internet users aged 16 plus prefer to access the internet at home and other places. Summarize the information in the pie chart by selecting and reporting the main features in 100 to 120 words. So in paragraph 1, we have to mention what does the given data tell. This graph shows the result of a survey in the form of a pie chart, and the information is given in percentage in which people aged 16 and over were asked about their preferred devices for accessing the internet. Participants mentioned four main devices in their answers: a smartphone, a laptop, a tablet, and a desktop computer. Then, in paragraph 2, it describes the interpretation of the data. So, paragraph 2, from this pie chart, it is clear that the majority of participants prefer to use smartphones and laptops with just a difference of 3% between the two. Nearly 33% prefer to go online with a smartphone, whereas 30% like to use a laptop. A desktop computer accounts for 14% of users' preferred devices. Only minority of population prefer to account 4% devices other than these main four. We also see that the number of people using tablets are more than the number of people using desktop computers. Now, in the last paragraph, we write the conclusion in brief. So, in conclusion, we can say that people are more tended to use the portable devices like smartphones, tablets, and laptops.